Hello friends, are you looking out to rent a motorcycle in Manali for a trip to Leh Ladakh or Spiti Valley? Or maybe you are looking out to rent a bike in Leh itself for local sightseeing in Ladakh? Well, every year thousands of people rent bikes in Manali for their trips to either Ladakh or Spiti Valley, and many of them also rent bikes in Leh as well for local sightseeing in Ladakh. I get a lot of questions from such folks who want to know what things they should keep in mind when renting these motorcycles in either Leh or Manali. Today, in this Express FAQ series on traveling to Ladakh, I'm going to start the topics about Ladakh bike ride. And in this video, I'm going to tell you 21 tips that you should keep in mind before you rent a bike in Leh or Manali. Friends, please know that whenever I say bike, it is a motorbike or a motorcycle and not a bicycle. Secondly, this is going to be a very long video, but I'll make sure that it is worth your time with all the useful information that I can provide you. So, without wasting any more time, let's get started. Hello, Namaste and Jule. If you are new to my channel, my name is Dheeraj and I run a travel blog devilonwheels.com. I help people in planning memorable and budget-friendly trips to the Himalayas smartly, safely, and above all, responsibly. And if you like my work, please subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting that red subscribe button down below. Well, to cut to the chase, let us look at some of the most important things or tips that you must consider in general before finalizing your deal with a rental shop in Manali or in Leh. Number 1. Always check the condition of the bike in Manali before renting it out. Well, the conditions of the bikes on rent in Manali are not that good after being battered in the hostile road conditions for several years. So, if you have your own bike, then do prefer it on any day as compared to renting a bike in Manali. Although things are changing a bit nowadays and you can pay in advance or a little more to get better condition bikes in Manali. Number 2, needless to say, make sure you have a valid driving license. Well, some amount of experience of riding in the hills is always recommended before you head out in that region. It is always better to avoid challenging roads like Manali to Kaza or Leh to Manali unless you have some better experience of riding in hills. Number 3. If possible, always try to avoid booking your bikes over the phone or over the internet. It is always preferable that once you reach Manali, then you should look out for a rented bike. You must test few bike rental shops in Manali and see what everyone has to offer you. Booking it over the phone or over the internet does not leave you with many options, or you do not have much control of what they will offer you once you reach over there. Hence, wasting time searching for a right bike rental in Manali is much better than wasting time stranded in the middle of nowhere on Manali Leh highway with no help around. And guys, please make sure that you are finalizing the rates with the right person and handing over the security amount and your documents to the right guy at the bike rental shop. Number 4. Some bike rental shops also provide old bikes and you should know how to avoid selecting such bikes to minimize the chances of getting stuck in the middle of nowhere. So it is quite important that you have some mechanical understanding of the basic parts of the bike so that you can detect any fault or tentative age of the bike after inspecting it over there. Number 5. Whenever you rent a bike in Manali, then spare a day for testing that bike locally in Manali. Maybe go for a test ride to Rohtang Pass. This day of test ride will help you get the necessary fixes done in Manali itself or replace the bike with a better version of it. The breakdown in the middle of nowhere can result in several risks or dangers. For example, consider a situation where breakdown happens at the chilly location of Tangla Pass, where even the oxygen level is low, you are suffering from AMS, and help is hard to find, and you are left with no other option than to tow your bike. Not a good situation to be in, right? Well, hence, it is very crucial that you test the rented bike thoroughly and select the perfect one for you. And number 6, it is always helpful to have some mechanical knowledge of doing some basic repair work for bikes. You never know when you need such skills on these remote routes of Manali to Leh or Manali to Kaza. And number 7, do not forget to carry extra spare parts, at least the basic spare parts, even if you are going with your own bike, and forget about just the rented bikes. Always make sure that the bike rental shop in Manali provides you with some basic toolkit as well as some basic spare parts like spare tube or spark plugs or chain links or whatever they can offer you. Well, at least you should try to get as much as possible from them, and rest you can buy it yourself. It will further help you minimize the chances of getting stuck in the middle of nowhere. And number 8, if budget is not a constraint with you, then if possible, take a backup mechanic with you. Of course, you will need to carry some basic spare parts so that he can help you out. Well, some people also take the entire extra backup vehicle so that they can carry the extra luggage or spare fuel or spare parts, and even the mechanic can ride along over there. It is a very safeguarded approach, but taking an extra mechanic and a backup vehicle will add to the cost factor to a great extent. But consider this, if you have a decent group size like 4 to 6 people, then it'll be a cost worth spending to ride with peace of mind to Ladakh or Spiti Valley. Hence, you need to give it a thought whether it fits your budget or not. And point number 9, most of these hired or rented bikes have poor mileage, and hence it is always better to play safe and carry sufficient spare fuel with you. You may need to analyze the fuel efficiency of the rented bike after a test run, and hence that test run is very important. I will highly recommend that you never count on what the bike rental shop is suggesting you in terms of mileage the bike gives. And point number 10, make sure that the registration certificate, the insurance as well as the pollution under control certificate, all these documents are valid and up to date for your rental bike. Well, after all, you do not want to land up into a dismal situation because of a missing document on your lifetime trip. Point number 11, make sure that you have in writing what needs to be done in case you crash the bike or damages some parts of it. Generally what happens is they will transport the bike to the nearest garage, and the cost incurred for the repairs needs to be paid by the guy who have rented the bike. Also friends, please check out all the other intricacies and terms and conditions very carefully. You should know that who will bear the cost of transportation when the damages happen, or what happens if the bike goes completely irreparable state. And point number 12, you should always ask for luggage support, or popularly known as Ladakh carrier. Many of the bike rental shops in Manali do provide Royal Enfield's luggage carrier that does have luggage support, as well as you can carry jerry cans in them. You should ensure that the bike rental shop in Manali has bolted it properly and it will not fall in the middle of the road. And guys, please note that you may not find these things on other bike models though. Point number 13, make sure that you inspect the bike from all the concerns and call out any scratches or cracks or dents on these rental bikes. You should make sure that the bike rental guy knows about it and have them in the writing so that you can avoid any issues while returning the bike. Otherwise, you are giving them an opportunity so that they can squeeze some money out of your security deposit at the end of the trip. And point number 14, you must confirm the terms and conditions from the bike rental shop about the pickup and the replacement of the bike in case there is any kind of breakdown. Well, this confirmation is very essential, and you may end up in a mess when the bike goes down in the middle of nowhere. Well, most of the bike rental shops in Manali will provide you a pickup or even replace the bike as well in case of a breakdown, but still it is always good that you confirm all these things in advance. And point number 15, it is always helpful to ride safely and with caution. Well, you will always find lots and lots of lonely stretches on these roads to Ladakh or Spiti Valley, but better keep yourself in check and always ride with caution and care. Riding on high speed will waste your precious fuel in these rental bikes, and it may also lead you in some kind of a out of control situation with sudden bump on the road. Also, it puts unnecessary pressure on this already worn off engine of these rental bikes. You do not want to spoil your bike trip just for speeding or riding recklessly, right? So friends, apart from these 15 general tips, let us look at some of the more technical or mechanical tips as well for renting the bikes in Manali or Leh. Well, these tips will definitely help you get more and more confidence when renting a bike for your Ladakh trip or Spiti Valley trip. Number 1 on this list of mechanical tips is that you should always make sure that you check or replace the engine oil of your rental bike in front of either yourself or do it yourself before starting the trip up there in the Himalayas. Sometimes these bikes may have less engine oil, so ask for proper replacement from them. And guys, many of my biker friends always recommend a low temperature engine oil up there in those conditions. Number 2 on the list is you should always check the conditions of the spark plugs in these rental motorcycles. These motorcycles will always face some spark plug issues due to the high altitude and rarefied oxygen. Hence, it is always recommended that if the spark plug is not in good condition, then you replace it before the start of the trip. And you should also carry a couple of them in spare with you on your trip. Number 3 on the list is you should always inspect the tires of the rental bikes and make sure that they are not torn out. This is very important, and good tread on the tires will mean that you do not have puncture hassles in the middle of nowhere. And point number 4, you should always inspect the bike that you are renting for any signs of oil leakages, especially around the fenders. Usually it is the case of broken oil seals in the front forks. And point number 5, you should check out the condition of the air filter as well as the carburetor. In case of any signs of dirtness or burns, it is always better to ask them for a replacement before starting the trip to Ladakh or Spiti Valley. And point number 6, you should replace the rental bike based on your local test ride. Well, you must be wondering what should I look at in my local test ride before asking for the replacement. So my advice is that you take that rental bike for a local test ride and get it replaced in case you see any of the following issues. Number 1, roll in second gear and notice any occurrence of false neutrals to detect the troublesome gear tooth. Number 2, any unnatural sound coming from the engine or any white smoke coming out means trouble for you. Number 3, check the battery of the bike by blowing the horn again and again and also starting the bike again and again. Number 4, a noisy bike ride around the chains or sprocket means trouble as well. And point number 5, ride on a steep climb and notice if the rental bike is ascending smoothly or not. It helps to identify the clutch plate issues, and if the bike is not riding smoothly on the ascent, then you should ask for a very convincing reason and then decide upon it. So friends, these were some of the most important things in general as well as mechanical that you must keep in mind before you rent a motorcycle in Manali or in Leh. I'm sorry my friends, it was a very long video, but I hope the information provided in this video is very helpful to you as well. Well, in my next video, I'm going to talk about where you can rent the bikes in Leh or Srinagar or Manali and what is the price range of such bike rentals. So stay tuned my friends. And now, in the end, if you found this video helpful, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And in case if you need any help or have any question on your upcoming trip to the Himalayas, please feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll be more than happy to help you out right away. Till then my friends, Jule, and please keep our Himalayas clean.